Guys, key trades today is August 4th, and a banger start to the week. I'm going to go over my setups that I took, how I made $1,200. So coming into testimonials here, this is just me personally. I started off yesterday, Sunday, with a beautiful quality long setup that paid $539. Today, I took some scalps in the morning for $280 profit. I called a call out trade that made 40 to 50 points, but I did not take it. And I took a personal short with the proof of fills here to put me up 1,000. I took an after hour setup just now that put me 200. So that's $1,200 profit on the week so far, and it's only Monday. Here's my plan for the week, for the day. Market is retracing the 4-hour fair value. We're holding bullish, right? I wanted to see it retrace and then push for the 4-hour fair value gap and then previous day's high, but we just shot it off open. I said if we deliver a long off open and find selling, and then I want to look short, none of this worked at all. None of that played out. We just absolutely smashed. I had a feeling we were just going to smash the higher time frame targets. That's what happened. So coming into structure for the day, again, we were looking at the 4-hour. Our first target was this 4-hour fair value gap, and then previous day's high into this 4-hour fair value gap. Those were our 2 points. And then obviously we just shot it off the open. So we just absolutely moonshot it off the open, started to consolidate, right? There was a potential short setup, and a long scalp, but here was what I had for the members. So we know we closed 8 o'clock and left the 1 hour. That was our point of interest. At 8 o'clock, we left a 1 hour fair value gap. And now, since we know we're holding bullish, we found no selling from this 1 hour, no selling from the 4 hour. We're likely to see what target, that previous day's high target, and it was called out as well. But in the chat, very simple. I said it's a potential CISD long off the 1 hour to a new high. I said the market was getting choppy, so I was going to check market later, so I didn't take this trade. And I said, there's your long off the inverse. I'd place stops at 94, TP 54 to 64, new high a day. Right, and what does that mean? Very simple. Here was the 1 hour test. Boom. 826. Right here, this candle. There is your CISD long. Boom. Or, I said 834. Here, there is your long off the inverse. Where did I want to place stops? At 94. Where's 94? Factoring in this 1 minute fair value gap, you would have almost got stopped out. Sticking to plan, what were my targets? 54 and 64, which is just these stacked highs and then a new high a day. And that trade either paid you 41 to 50 points, or if you got the entries here, it would have paid 37 to 46, and runners obviously could smoke all day long. Boom, that was my call out trade, and that was the dub for the day. Coming into my personal short trade I took, a very simple setup. We had a very small 1 hour fair value gap here, right? The market was clearly overextended. Was I looking for this low? No. I was coming on a smaller time frame, looking for a smaller time frame target, being this 15-minute fair value gap. Coming on the 1 minute, started to chop, we started to consolidate. Once we reswept, rejected, started breaking down, I ended up playing the CISD short with this 1 hour fair value gap. I got short at 69. I played a conservative scale here and got fully out here. And my stop loss was placed here. This was a 7 micro trade. Paid me about $230 and 20-ish points. And as you can see, if we go into the testimonials, again, it is right here. 69 the 7 contracts. I scaled 53 conservatively. I left one small runner for 40. Well, this is a little bit different. It was 48 on NQ, but this is the MNQ, so it's a little bit off, but that's a 15-minute hit the TP. That was that trade. Boom. And then there was a potential 15-minute long mall that you could have played. It would have been an absolute bitch, though. I would have likely given it a bigger risk stop loss here. Why would you put your stop loss lower? Usually we play stop loss here. Look at the action. We know it's choppy. We know it's going to be slow. It's not going to be smooth. But if you would have stuck to it, it would have been just fine. And I had it somewhere in the chat, but I had the previous day's high as a final TP. And that was that trade there, so it would have played out. Coming into my $200 profit that I just hit just now while I was cooking. a very small setup. Again, my last narrative target was met. We hit previous day's high. We drew into the 4-hour. So now I'm looking at this market. We're likely overextended, right? We should likely want to see a little move lower. What do I look for? Some sort of place to enter short. And it came off of this 5-minute fair value gap. We inversed. I played my short entry. Gave it a really tight stop here at about 7-point stop loss. My TP, again, playing conservative. What is the first likely hit if we reject out this inverse? The 5-minute gap there. And it was a 10-point trade. 10-point trade, $200. And that was a banger done day. 4 wins this week for me so far. Up nicely. And that is that. Again, just reading the structure. Having your targets, having your areas of interest. Waiting for the market to show you what it wants. And you will get paid. But that's going to be it for August 4th. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you want to join the Discord, we have a link in the bio. I'll be happy to have any and all new members. But until next time, guys, peace out.